5 subtle ways to find out if your partner is secretly a freak in the sheets. When it comes to sex, we all have something weird that gets us hot and bothered. Lucky for us, acting on that fetish is becoming the status quo. Case in point, roughly 20% of millennials engage in BDSM every time or most of the time when they get busy, according to a 2015 survey by SKY and Condoms. And with so many people opening up about their kinks, you might wonder if your guy is hiding a freak flag of his own. Your partner may think his sexual interests and preferences are out of the mainstream, and he may be keeping them to himself as a form of self-preservation, says sexual health consultant Celeste Holbrook, Ph.D. His fear is that when he tells you, you may have a negative reaction or think that he'll want to do these particular moves every time you have sex. Fortunately, there are sneaky ways you can help to normalize his fear and increase the odds that he'll open up to you about his particular brand of kink. Here's how. As your relationship deepens, asking your partner about the best sexual experience he's ever had can be a great way to learn what he finds erotic and fun, says Holbrook. To help him feel comfortable, you can share yours first. Neither of you have to share who the experiences were with Avi, but get specific about what made the time so freaking hot. These days, oodles of TV shows and movies are sprinkled with some pretty steamy sex scenes, and we all have our favorites. Watching a few of these dirty scenes with your beau and casually commenting on them can help you gauge if he's on your side of the kinky fence. If he looks at you with a blank expression or finds those moves confusing or shameful, you have some very useful information, says Emily Morse, Ph.D., founder and host of the Sex with Emily podcast. Playing a game, like Never Have I Ever, subtly investigates whether or not he puts his freak flag to good use. If the game reveals that your guy is open-minded and into trying exciting or risky things, it may be a sign that he's down to clown in the boudoir, says board-certified clinical sexologist Deborah Lano. If you're in an LTR, writing a list of 3 things you'd like to try in bed and sharing them with each other is a good way to put your sexual desires out there. Just by communicating what you'd like to experience, you'll be more likely to get your mutual needs met, says Morse. Plus, it opens up the dialogue for more experimentation and exploration down the line and strengthens your bond. Chances are that he's already dropping hints during the D-Day, by pulling your hair or offering up the occasional spank. Pay attention to things he seems to do every time you have sex that make him really excited, suggests Kenneth McGuire, PsyD, licensed psychologist and certified sex therapist. If you're at the point in your relationship where post-sex recaps are a thing, just ask what else gets him going. Who says pillow talk can't be productive?